The Beginner's Guide to Getting Out of Debt in 2026. Getting out of debt can feel overwhelming, especially when you're just starting. If you've ever looked at your credit card statements, loan balances, or monthly bills and wondered if you'll ever catch up, you're not alone. Millions of people struggle with debt, but the good news is that debt is not a life sentence. With the right plan, patience, and consistency, you can regain control of your finances and build a more secure future. In this video, we're going to walk through a beginner-friendly guide to getting out of debt. You don't need to be a financial expert, earn six figures, or make drastic lifestyle changes overnight. What you need is a clear strategy and the willingness to stick with it. Let's begin with the first step, understanding exactly what you owe. Many people avoid looking at their debt because it causes stress or anxiety, but avoiding it only makes the problem harder to solve. The first thing you should do is write down every debt you have. Include credit cards, personal loans, car loans, medical bills, student loans, and any money borrowed from family or friends. Next to each debt, write down the total balance, the minimum monthly payment, and the interest rate. Seeing everything in one place may seem intimidating at first, but it gives you something incredibly valuable: clarity. You can't build a plan if you don't know where you're starting. Once you've listed all your debts, calculate your total debt. This number becomes your starting point. From now on, you'll be able to measure your progress as that number gets smaller every month. The next step is creating a realistic budget. A budget isn't about restricting yourself or eliminating all the fun from your life. It's simply a plan for where your money goes each month. Start by calculating your monthly income after taxes. Then list your essential expenses, including housing, utilities, groceries, transportation, insurance, and minimum debt payments. After that, list your non-essential spending, such as dining out, streaming subscriptions, shopping, entertainment, and impulse purchases. Many people are surprised when they discover how much money quietly disappears every month on small purchases. Buying coffee every morning, ordering takeout several times a week, or subscribing to services you rarely use may not seem like much individually, but together they can add up to hundreds of dollars every month. This doesn't mean you have to eliminate everything you enjoy. Instead, look for areas where you can reduce spending without feeling deprived. Even finding an extra $100 or $200 each month can dramatically speed up your debt payoff. Now, let's talk about emergency savings. This might sound strange. If you're trying to get out of debt, shouldn't every dollar go toward paying it off? Not necessarily. Life happens. Cars break down. Medical bills appear unexpectedly. Appliances stop working. Without even a small emergency fund, you'll likely end up using your credit cards again, creating even more debt. Aim to save your first $500 to $1,000 as quickly as possible. This small cushion can prevent unexpected expenses from becoming financial disasters. Once you've built that starter emergency fund, focus aggressively on paying off debt. One of the most popular debt repayment strategies is called the debt snowball. With the debt snowball method, you continue making minimum payments on all your debts, but you put every extra dollar toward the smallest balance first. Once that debt is completely paid off, you roll that payment into the next smallest debt. As each debt disappears, your monthly payment power grows larger, creating a snowball effect. The biggest advantage of this method isn't mathematical, it's psychological. Paying off your first debt gives you a sense of accomplishment and motivation to keep going. Another popular strategy is the debt avalanche. Instead of focusing on the smallest balance, you focus on the debt with the highest interest rate. From a purely financial perspective, this method usually saves more money because you're reducing expensive interest charges first. However, it may take longer to experience your first victory if your highest interest debt also has a large balance. Neither method is wrong. If staying motivated is your biggest challenge, the snowball method may work best. If your goal is to minimize interest costs, the avalanche method may be the better choice. The important thing is choosing one strategy and sticking with it. Now let's discuss interest rates. High interest debt, especially credit cards, can keep people trapped for years. Imagine owing $5,000 on a credit card with a 25% interest rate. If you only make minimum payments, it could take many years to pay off and cost thousands of dollars in interest alone. That's why paying more than the minimum whenever possible is so important. Every extra dollar goes directly toward reducing the balance, which also reduces future interest charges. If you have good credit, you may qualify for a balance transfer card or a lower interest consolidation loan. Lowering your interest rate can help more of your payment go toward the actual debt instead of interest. However, be careful. Debt consolidation only works if you avoid creating new debt afterward. Otherwise, you may end up with both the consolidation loan and new credit card balances. Let's talk about increasing your income. Cutting expenses has limits, but increasing your income has much greater potential. Consider working overtime if your employer offers it. Look for freelance opportunities online, drive for delivery services, babysit, pet sit, sell handmade products, offer lawn care, tutor students, or sell items you no longer use. Many households have hundreds or even thousands of dollars worth of unused electronics, clothing, furniture, tools, or collectibles sitting in closets and garages. Selling these items can provide a quick boost toward paying off debt. If you receive tax refunds, bonuses, gifts, or unexpected income, consider putting a significant portion toward your debt instead of immediately spending it. These lump sum payments can make a noticeable difference. Now let's discuss one of the biggest obstacles, emotional spending. Many people don't spend money because they need something. They spend because they're stressed, that they're bored, they're celebrating, they're lonely, or they're trying to feel better after a difficult day. Learning to recognize these emotional triggers is incredibly important. The next time you feel the urge to buy something, pause for 24 hours before making the purchase. Often the desire fades and you'll realize you didn't actually need it. Replacing shopping with healthier habits like walking, reading, exercising, cooking, or spending time with friends can improve both your finances and your well-being. Another helpful habit is tracking every dollar you spend. Whether you use a budgeting app, a spreadsheet, or a notebook, recording your spending increases awareness. People naturally spend more carefully when they know they'll have to write every purchase down. Accountability creates better financial decisions. Don't forget to celebrate milestones along the way. Paying off your first credit card, reducing your total debt by 25%, reaching the halfway point. These achievements deserve recognition. Just make sure your celebrations don't involve creating new debt. Reward yourself with inexpensive experiences instead of expensive purchases. Take a walk in a beautiful park. Watch your favorite movie at home. Cook a special meal. Spend time with family. The goal is to reinforce positive habits without undoing your progress. If you're feeling overwhelmed, remember that getting out of debt is a marathon, not a sprint. Some people eliminate their debt in 1 year. Others need 3, 5, or even 10 years. The timeline matters far less than consistently moving in the right direction. Don't compare your journey to someone else's. Focus on becoming a little stronger financially every single month. There may be setbacks, unexpected expenses, temporary job loss, medical emergencies. These things happen. The important thing is not giving up. If you need to pause your extra debt payments for a short time, that's okay. Restart as soon as you're able. Progress isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. One powerful way to stay motivated is by visualizing your progress. Create a debt payoff chart. Color in each milestone. Update your remaining balance every month. Watching your debt shrink can provide powerful encouragement during difficult times. As your debt decreases, you'll notice something remarkable. Your stress begins to decline. You'll sleep better. Arguments about money become less frequent. You'll feel more confident making financial decisions. Instead of wondering how you'll survive until the next paycheck, you'll begin planning for future goals. Eventually, you'll reach the day when you make your final debt payment. It's a moment many people describe as life-changing. Suddenly, the money that once went toward debt becomes available for savings, investing, retirement, vacations, education, or buying a home. That's when your financial future truly begins. But remember, becoming debt-free isn't the finish line, it's the starting line for building wealth. Continue living below your means. Keep following your budget, maintain your emergency fund, invest regularly, avoid carrying unnecessary credit card balances, and continue making thoughtful financial decisions. These habits will help ensure you never have to repeat the debt cycle. If there's one message to take away from today's video, it's this. You do not need to solve your entire financial situation today. You only need to make the next good decision. Skip one unnecessary purchase. Make one extra payment. Earn one little bit of extra income. Save $100. Repeat those actions consistently, and over time, those small choices become life-changing results. Debt may have become part of your story, but it doesn't have to be the ending. Every payment brings you one step closer to financial freedom, greater peace of mind, and a future where your money works for you instead of against you. Start today, stay consistent, and trust the process. Months from now, you'll be grateful you took that first step, because every great financial comeback begins with a single decision, deciding that enough is enough and choosing to take control of your future.